Time for me to go live. Forgot to unblock my camera. Apologize about that. But welcome to another episode of On the Deck with Bigfella. I'm Bigfella, aka Antoine. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's weekend is going fairly well. Been a hot one. Been a very, very hot one. So hot, in fact, that the air conditioning in my house cannot keep up. It's been 80 degrees inside my house for the better part of the week, which is part of the reason why I didn't go live last week. We were trying to mitigate that situation and ended up getting some window units to try to help the house keep up a little bit. Um, Other than that, just been sitting here trying to stay as cool as possible. Sorry, there's bugs out here. Got my thermostat out here, just waiting on that to kick in. Um, but yeah, just trying to keep everything cool around here. That's why I haven't been going live. I've just been exhausted from being hot. Um, before we go ahead and get the show started, tonight's cigar that we're smoking is the CAO Flavors Moon Trance. So we're going to go ahead and get that snipped for you guys, and we'll go ahead and light that. Delicious as always. Tonight's drink, straight up water. I ain't fooling with y'all with no alcoholic beverages tonight. It's just too hot. Plus, I got to get up and go into work in the morning. So, cheers to y'all. Make sure you guys are hydrating and drinking your water. Got a pretty good fishing topic for you guys tonight. Going to be talking about, are we overcomplicating fishing? We'll go ahead and get into that in a minute. Plus, we got some stuff for our social session. And I think we have a battle. I also got some for story time for y'all tonight as well. And then, of course, we got catches of the week and ode to the cookaholics. Don't have a whole lot of food pictures, unfortunately, for that. But we still got some, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. I do apologize about any background noise. I have a box fan right here behind the camera trying to keep me cool and all that good stuff. Not trying to be out here sweating bullets or anything like that. But we're going to go ahead and start off with story time with the big fella. That way more people can go ahead and join. Today's story time is going to be about the time I've gotten wrote up at school. But let's go ahead and preface this story. I was a really, really good kid in high school. I think I graduated high school with like a 3.0 or 3.1, something like that. Didn't really get in trouble or anything like that. It wasn't like the principals knew me by name because I was a misbehaving kid or anything like that. But, they knew me because my mom went through that school. My aunts and uncles went through that school, and all of them were the same way. But I actually got wrote up in high school. If you, it might different states might use a different terminology. It's like a disciplinary action. It goes in your file and all that good stuff. You guys might call it something else. If it is called something else in your school, let me know. Like it's like getting detention or suspended from school, something like that. It's just the official way of documenting down as what we call it as an office referral. So the beginning of my high school career, if you will, we had this bus driver. I don't want to drop her name. It might be some family in here, or family might find this video eventually. But had to ride the bus to high school, 9th and 10th grade, part of 10th grade year, I believe. I don't feel like doing the math right now. I got my license when I was 16. So I was able to drive to school after that. But the first couple years of high school, I had to ride the school bus to school, naturally. My parents both worked, and they didn't have time to drop me off at school or anything like that. The bus driver we had was pretty mean. She was always yelling at the kids for the most minute of things, it's a bad thing to have your foot in the aisle of the bus, the bus aisle. I get that, somebody could be getting up and they could trip and fall or anything like that. But when I say this lady didn't want anything in her aisles, I'm talking about no backpack straps, no paper, your pinky toe can't be hanging in the aisle, nothing of that stuff. She would pull the bus over and stand up to fuss at kids about having things in the aisle. Been plenty of times we've gotten home late because of it. And yeah, it was just very, very embarrassing. But hold on, let me take a puff of this one. But I'm trying to not let this die on me tonight. So the way my parents' house is set up, we live on a back road, a two-way back street, no lines in the middle or anything like that. There wasn't really anywhere for the bus to turn around after you passed my house. It was just nothing but driveway after driveway after driveway. I'm talking about like real skinny gravel driveways too, until you got to the end of that road where it came to a T intersection. Um, I was asked by the bus driver to walk. It's probably about a quarter mile from my driveway up to the main highway. They had just built a subdivision. The road was nice and wide right there, and it was easier for her to turn around there and to be able to get back out on the highway and go pick up other kids. Um, I agreed reluctantly because I didn't want to make it hard. I was just that kind of person. I didn't want to make it hard on the bus driver or any other kids or anything like that. So, I agreed to walk the quarter mile up to the bus stop every day. Rain, sleet, snow. I did it all in all kinds of weather. Um, and I did that like all in ninth grade year, and 10th grade year was when things started to really hit the fan with this bus driver. I'm not sure what was going on in her life, but she was definitely taking it out on the kids. It wasn't bad, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like she was like hitting us or anything like that, but she was always fussing and writing kids up for the most minute of things, like ridiculous. I can't really remember anybody else getting wrote up because I was just counting down the days until I got my license to be able to start driving to school. But one day it was raining, and I was looking for an umbrella to be able to walk up to the bus stop again, quarter mile away. Um, excuse me. Found the umbrella and started walking up to the bus stop. Mind you, I usually left about 15 or 20 minutes early. They wanted you to be at the bus stop 5 minutes early, but I would get to the bus stop, sometimes 15 or 20 minutes early just to make sure I didn't miss it. Left at my normal time and started walking up there, and I see the school bus pull off from the little subdivision where they turned around at. And so, I walked back to the house and, let my mom know that the bus came mad early. So she went ahead and took me to school that day. Next day, almost missed it again. I was about halfway there, and I saw the bus coming out of the subdivision. So, I ran, and of course, the bus driver had something to say. Little did I know, like, I thought, she was just going to, talk to me or whatnot. Little did I know, when I got to first period or second period, I was getting called to the office. And I'm like, huh, my mom must have brought me something from the school, the school or something like that, or must have forgot something. I get to the office and I'm sitting there talking to the assistant principal, and he's like, yeah, I got this office referral for you here. Like, me being the goody two shoes I was in school, I'm like, are you joking with me right now? Am I being punked? Punked was a big show back then. And he was like, no, he showed me the referral and he slid it over the desk to me and I read it. I got wrote up for being late to the bus stop. And I'm sitting there pondering. I sit back in the chair and I'm sitting there looking at the principal. He's looking at me. And he was like, do you want to like explain yourself? What is she talking about? I was like, Mr. Principal, I walk every day from my driveway on the side of a back road. Mind you, the back road is somewhat busy because a lot of people live on the back road. I walk on the side of this road every day, about a quarter mile to get to the subdivision that this bus driver picks me up from. She's been getting there a little bit earlier and earlier each day. And today I was walking on my way up there and I saw her get ready to pull out, but she saw I was close. So she waited for me. I guess she was mad that she had to wait like 45 seconds for me to run up to the bus stop to get on the bus. And I guess she decided to write me up for it. He was like, whoa, wait a minute. You walk a quarter mile every day? And I was like, yeah. I can't remember. I don't think Google Maps is a thing on the phone yet, but he pulled up like MapQuest or something like that. And he typed in my address, and like the very first house in that subdivision, like he found that address and put it in. He saw that it was a quarter mile. And he was like, "This is where you walk to every day?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I said, "She wrote me up for being late to the bus stop." I said, "If I was late to the bus stop, how did I catch the bus today?" And he kind of looked at me and was like, "Yes, you're right." And he ripped the referral up right then and there. But that's not the end of the story. Um, I'd say about a day or two. The next day, my mom took me to school because she just didn't want to deal with it. I went home and told her that I got wrote up. The day after that, she got a call from the bus garage saying that the bus driver will be picking me up from my driveway from now on, and I'm not to walk to the subdivision anymore. This bus driver had to pass my driveway because if she would have came, like if she would have came and stopped at the driveway, I would have had to walk across the street and into the bus that way, since the door would have been on the other side of the road. Um, she was to go all the way down to the end of the road where it teed at, which is probably about a mile and a half. Turn around down there and then come back and pick me up. So she picked. She had to do that. I guess she got reamed out or whatever. I wasn't her big like. She wouldn't talk to me or nothing like that, which didn't bother me because I was. She was not one of my fans, or I wasn't one of her fans. But needless to say, she had to like pick me up and my sister up, who's in the chat now. Um, she's in the chat now. She had to pick my sister up from that driveway um, to be able to like catch the bus. She couldn't. She was no longer allowed to turn around at that subdivision. So I think the bus driver had to notify everybody after my bus stop that she was going to be 5 minutes later than what she was going to be, or she needed everybody to come out 5 minutes earlier so she'd have time to go to the end of that road, turn around, pick me up, and then do the rest of her stops to get us to school. But yeah, that was the time I almost got rode up, and luckily I didn't. That didn't stick, thank goodness, because I would have had that little smudge on my record. But yeah, that was the time I almost got rode up. Let's see, I saw my sister in the comments here. How did I left the studio on accident. Sorry, y'all. I gotta fix my admin phone. I'm probably gonna pop up twice once I enter in the studio. There we go. Don't worry, I'm about to fix this right now. At least I thought. There we go. Layout. Okay. Yeah, my sister said she remembers this story. Yeah, after that, I drove both of us to school, and she didn't have to ride the bus anymore until I graduated. Then she had to start riding the bus again because I was immediately like, as soon as I started working in high school, and after I graduated high school, I kept that job for a couple years until I went to college. I'll have to tell you guys about that too. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and add that into my banner now while I'm thinking about it because I'll plumb forget. And I'm like, what was going to be my story time for next week? But yeah, have you guys almost gotten rode up or any trouble in school? Like, leave the stories there in the comment section. I'll read them out here. I'm pretty sure people have gotten rode up for like some stupid reasons. I know a couple people that got rode up and it was justifiable. So okay, all right, got that added for next week's show. Um, I've been using this app to like put my ideas as they've been coming to me. So if I get quiet and I'm messing around on my phone a lot, forgive me. I'm just as I like start getting ideas for shows, I'm gonna start putting them down in my StreamYard app so I can implement those for like the following weeks. All right. Let's go ahead and get into our topic of the afternoon, and it is: are we overcomplicating fishing? Now, I know. there's been so many different techniques invented, and some new ways of fishing are like starting to come out, and new baits that do 360s and do loopy loops and all kinds of stuff trying to catch fish. And my question to y'all is: do you guys think we are overcomplicating fishing? Coming from somebody that river fished, where all you really needed was a weight, a hook, and some bait, and you were out there catching fish. So now where I'm bass fishing, and you get into like spinner baits where they have Colorado blades, or they have the willow blades, and there's another one that came out. I forget the name of it already, but I think it's like a half moon shape or something like that. I really really forget the name of that one. Um, like, are we like overcomplicating it to the point where you have to take these huge, gigantic tackle boxes with you every time you want to go fishing, and you got to look at water clarity, this, that, and the other? Or um, can we not say it's complicated, and there's just a whole lot of creative minds coming up with stuff that is working, and it's kind of like flooding the market with ideas? What do you guys think? Me personally, I think it's not. I don't want to say like it's over flooding the market with creativity. It's just that like me, for instance, when I just had that idea of what I want to talk for my story time for next week on the show. I think like people are trying to strike the idea while the iron is hot, and get their stuff out there. I just think we've come to a point in time where like everybody's it's easier to become an entrepreneur, and if you really really love fishing, which a lot of people are getting into fishing, they are excuse me, like wanting to get into bait making or video making like this, or just to find some way to like turn fishing from a hobby into like a job, which one day I would love to be able to like say I'm a full-time YouTuber. But I know that's a long way off in the distance. But I know when I first started, I had a tackle box, but you could always catch me with a spinning rod, an egg sinker or two, a bunch of egg sinkers, a 4/0 hook, and some Cincos. And I was out there tossing around Carolina rigs and catching fish. And that was all I threw around. I didn't get into spinner baits and crank baits or chatter baits or anything like that for a while. I think when I first started this YouTube channel, it was essentially going to be my journey into teaching myself bass fishing and learning all these other bait stuff. I was trying to figure out, show everybody how I did it, and make it affordable. Quickly found out that, like it takes some money to be able to fish on the level that some of these other guys are fishing on. And don't get me wrong, some of the stuff is expensive, but it is definitely quality stuff. But I think I'm going to go ahead and say I don't think we overcomplicate fishing. I think it's just so many different techniques, and you need this technique for one leg, that technique for another leg. This color works better there. This bait doesn't work at this pond at all, but it will work at the neighboring pond. It's just a whole lot of variables, and I think everybody's trying to get everything covered. And if it's a good idea, they try to market it. If I had to say something with fishing is complicated, I would probably say, sorry, I was reading some of these comments. I thought some more comments were coming in. If I would say like the rod and reel selection is starting to get a little complicated with all these different gear ratios and sorry about that. All these gear ratios and rod strengths and speeds, and it's almost like you got to have medium fast action, medium extra fast, or ultra light this, or it's just all starting to get a little too complicated in that aspect. But I can see where like if you tournament fish is needed, but us weekend anglers, I don't really see the need for us having that many rods. Like I think I I have 5 or 6 rods, and I mean on my kayak I can I can take 4, but I'm only going to start taking 2. One big cast and one spinning rod. Just to minimize the space. But excuse me. I think I have a variation of each different weight rod, just to try them out and see what works best for me. But yeah, I don't think we're overcomplicating fishing at all. I think it's just I think fishing is just evolving is what it boils down to. And I'll tell you guys what, I almost lit my cigar. Just holding it up in the air has been so hot. Like, this fan that I have back here is a lifesaver. It is keeping me cool, and I'm not sweating bullets, especially since I went bald with the bald look. I mean, the sun's gone down behind the trees now, so I don't have that beating on the back of my neck. So, yeah, it's neck's nice and cool now. If you're watching this after the fact that I'm doing it live, you can always leave comments in the comment section. I'll come back and we can discuss all that stuff, after the fact. I actually get little notifications when I get a comment on videos, so I can click on it and comment back. That's sometimes if you do comment on a video, I'll be able to I'll see it clicking. That's why you'll get a quick response. Let's see. My sister says they say it's going to be 100 degrees tomorrow. Thank God I'm going to be working inside, albeit I have 6 cameras I got to hang inside of in 2 different banks tomorrow. And as you all know, heat rises, and we've been mounting these cameras to the ceiling tiles, and you got to pop that ceiling tile to grab the cable that you just ran, and it gets hot up in that bad boy. So all that heat's just going to be beaten down on the top of this bald head, and I'll be sweating as I'm running cameras. Hey, how's it going, Michael? He said we're outside right now letting the dogs out as the sun sets. I'm so glad this sun is setting, man. Sun is usually back here, which is why I do the live so late, 9, 10 o'clock. Only did it this early because I know people got to work in the morning. But for the little while when I first went live, that sun was tearing the back of my neck up. I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought I was going to... I have an umbrella right here, and I got it open, but with the sun being so low, that umbrella wasn't helping out at all. But yeah, it's just been crazy hot. But I have been wanting to get to this segment for the past week or so. I know I skipped last week because it was just so hot, and I was shopping for ACs, and I was heat exhausted. I'm still kind of feeling it right now. All I've wanted to do all day was sleep. But I said, I got to go live. I can't miss 2 weeks on the road. So here I am. But I want to go ahead and do Catch of the Week. Let's see. I got a couple pictures that I've been holding on to. Starting with this catfish here. I think this is one of my boys, one of my son's friends. They caught this catfish a couple weeks ago, and nice old dark flathead catfish there. Sorry, my cigar is the cherry on it kind of fell all the way off. Let's see. This picture was sent to me by a guy named Michael. Caught a nice little snakehead at near a pond I fish at frequently. So if me and him can link up, I'm going to be going after snakehead too. And we also have this catfish here by Randall. He messaged me the other night. They did some night fishing because it's been so hot down there in Georgia that they went when the sun went down, and he caught this catfish. I'm sorry, that I think that other flathead catfish might have been Mike Randall's too. But he also had a cooler full of catfish, and I know he said he caught some crappie too. I don't think the picture didn't transfer over if he did send it to me. But we also got this snakehead here. I think Michael sent that to me as well. And this catfish here, I think, was caught by my son. Yeah, that's his fishing rod there. But yeah, those are all the catches that I have so far. But I'm sorry, clapping bass cheeks. I didn't even see you drop in. I do thank you very much for dropping in. And Michael Howard says, "Nice snake and cat," and we still need to get out here. Yeah, I definitely need to come back out fishing your way. Also, I have not forgot about the box that you won weeks ago. It's been in my work truck, and I've just been waiting to be in the area again to try to link up to be able to give that to you. But I still got it. It's in my work truck. I'm not sure what you're doing tomorrow. I got to go to Alexandria, and I got to come back home past. Hey, what's the name of the reservoir? I see you fish it all the time, but I'm gonna be in that area. If you want to meet up, just send me a Facebook message. I'll get that box to you. Um, but yeah, if any of you guys out there in the fishing land, if you're watching this live or you watch this after it posts to YouTube, if you have any catches and you want to share them with me for the live show, you can email them to me at bigfellaoutdoors@gmail.com, or you can send them to me on my Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger. I'll throw these bad boys in here and I'll show the world your catches. Um, like some of these catches, I'm like kind of jealous of. But it's my own fault because I don't get out there and go fishing. I was supposed to go kayak fishing this morning, but either my alarm didn't go off or I slept clean through that bad boy. It woke up around 9:30 to my Samsung watch going off saying that there's a heat advisory. So I was like, well, too hot to go out there and do anything now. I was going to go fishing this evening after it cooled down, like right about now, but I wanted to be live with you guys. So there's that. Oh, Michael said he has a dentist appointment at 9 a.m. for my daughter in Fredericksburg. Okay, trying to think of what time I'm going to be sliding through Fredericksburg. I want to get to Alexandria by 9 o'clock, so I'll link up with you. I might be able to let you get your box. Yeah, I'll let you know. But I've been waiting for this segment too. So I know some of you guys saw some of the pictures I've been posting on social media here. So let's get ahead and move on to our next segment called Ode to the Cookaholics. Well, I only got a few pictures of food that I think they're all mine. But I want to start off. I always love a grill that is straight up loaded down with meat. Here we got some leg quarters, some hot dogs, and over to the left are some pork chops. And then you can never go wrong with some good old fashioned corn on the grill. Uh, Put that all together as an impromptu cookout. Everybody came over. They hopped in the pool. I threw up some canopies, and we had a blast. I did also have a fish fry for 4th of July. As you all know, I can't say all as you all know, but here in Virginia, it rained on the 4th of July until about 8 o'clock, I think it was. So we were all underneath I think I had 2 or 3 canopies out here, and I fried fish under there. We just sat underneath there and cut up a little bit, and just celebrated 4th of July. Next is something I'm really, really, really proud of. It was my first time making a gumbo. Here it is here. It was a shrimp and sausage gumbo. I used my big giant cast iron Dutch oven. I did it on the stove, where I could control the heat before I took it outside and tried to do it on open fire. But man, when I tell you this gumbo here turned out really, really good, like I was shocked. The whole family ate it and enjoyed it. It was pretty spicy, to say the least. I put it in a bowl with some rice on top of it, but it was kind of spicy. Everybody's nose was running, everybody's sinuses was nice and cleaned out, but it was definitely fun making it. Like I think I'm like starting to pick up on a lot of Cajun foods here lately. I've been doing done a couple seafood boils now, Cajun style, and now I got this gumbo. So it's almost time to make a jambalaya and some other stuff like that. My boss sent me a recipe for pastalaya. You use pasta noodles instead of rice, which I'm going to be trying that here pretty soon as well, and I'm looking forward to that. I think next time I make gumbo, I'm going to add a few more different proteins. Going to do some chicken. I'm definitely going to do the shrimp because the shrimp was top notch in this. Um, we were talking about kicking down the spice level a little bit. Instead of using andouille sausage, maybe use like a regular sausage or something, and not as much Creole seasoning, and throw it on some rice and eat away. But I think that was all that I had for Ode to the Cookaholics. Again, if you want your food pictures posted in here, or if you have like a restaurant business, something you want to shout out, and you want to send me some food pictures, I'll be more than happy to do that too. Send those to bigfellaoutdoors@gmail.com, or Facebook message me, and we'll go ahead and put those bad boys on there as well. Oh, sorry, something bit me on the back of my neck. Michael says, I love my Dutch oven. Man, after cooking in this Dutch oven, I'm like, I left it and I, cleaned it up and re-seasoned it. That thing is sitting on the house, in the house on the counter now, just waiting for me to put something else in it. So now I'm going to be looking up some good Dutch oven recipes, and going to be cooking a whole bunch in there, especially considering the amount of people I like to feed. That thing is going to be the ticket. Little fella's waiting to join. I told him let me finish my cigar, so he's not getting a face full of cigar smoke during the live show. But we got a new comment. Couple. Mountain Man breakfast. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm willing to bet you that's some good stuff. I know I need to make me some biscuits and gravy. I plan on. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it, or if I'm going to do it this year, next year, or whatever. But as big as my backyard is, I want to do like a camp out. Everybody bring tents. I'll light this bonfire up at night, and we will all sleep out here in tents and stuff. And I'll use that Dutch oven, and I'll wake up in the morning and I'll use it to cook breakfast. And nothing is better than some homemade biscuits and gravy. I can bake the biscuits in that Dutch oven and then go right on over to make the sausage gravy. I feel like that would feed a ton of people and everybody would be satisfied. And then everybody can go home or hop in the pool, whatever it is they want to do. What? Yeah. Oh man, I exited the live again on my other phone. Old admin Bigfella is about to pop up here in a few seconds. See, I have the capability of adding a second phone in here, but I need to mute myself there and get rid of the second me. I think one of me is enough for y'all. I know my kids look just like me, especially these boys. Let's go ahead and move on to our next session, next segment called Social Session. Social Session. I'm going to get that right one of these days. All right. Everybody on social media has been complaining about how hot it's been. And rightfully so, because it has been cooking. Like, I made a joke that I think I read somewhere that the water temperature in the Gulf is over 100 degrees now. So I'm like, man, not only is the water hot like around here, but God's out there in the Gulf steaming shrimp. So, but yeah, we had that going for ourselves. Oh wait, Michael said he did an apple fritter in his Dutch oven. Also, don't forget the cast iron skillet and pan for bread when using the Dutch oven. I'll keep that in mind. But as far as our social session goes, I've been finding out like everybody since everybody's been complaining about the heat around the country. I figured it'd be appropriate to share some "it's too hot" memes. And let's start with this one here. It says, I can't read that because yeah, bro, summer is better than winter. And then it's, everything's on fire. Yes, summer temps got me like it's hot, hot. Let's see, we got this one. How it feels walking outside today. Yeah, I feel like if you go out here and stand in the yard and slowly spin, you'll definitely turn into rotisserie. That's for sure. Uh, so how to wait? What? I can't see. I'm not saying it's hot outside, but two hobbits just threw a ring at me. Yeah, let a hobbit come over here, and you shall not pass. It's so hot out, the mailbox is screaming for help. That mailbox is melted. And then how I am walking from my car to my front door in this heat. Yes, yes, it's been hot, hot. I have a couple more here somewhere. They didn't save. Oh darn. Oh well. But yeah, I had a couple more memes. Somebody on social media said that they're about to go bake lasagna in their mailbox. I feel like you probably could definitely slow cook something in a mailbox. That's not exaggerating. Yeah, this weather has been ridiculous. And cook eggs on it. Yeah. Yep. Fry egg on the sidewalk. Oh yeah. Yeah. I've been like doing everything I can to find different ways to help this air conditioner unit clean out, keep our house cool. I've been cleaning out the drain pipe here lately. Been spraying off the unit. I even seen people say like put like a canopy or something over your unit to like shade it off. Like the thing about this house is like since the sun sets in this direction back here, and my AC unit is back here, that AC unit is getting hit by the sun most of the day. So that's only going to be making it work harder. Um, but yeah, it's just I think I was looking at my phone before I started live. I think it got up to like almost 80 degrees in my house. We've been avoiding cooking inside. I've been doing a lot of cooking outside. Um, yeah, it's just hot. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just hot. That's something you got to deal with in the summer. If somebody threw an egg on the side of the house in the summer, it would fry. It would fry. Sir. Don't laugh at my cup, y'all. It's got cheetah print on it. I ordered this off the TikTok shop. The description said, chrome colored cup. So I'm like, okay, cool. This thing's gonna be all chromed out. They did not say anything about leopard print whatsoever. But this thing is a beast though, so that's why I'm not complaining too much. I literally had this thing filled up with ice water. Um, I left the house with it one morning. It was like high. It was like 98 degrees or 100 degrees outside. Filled it up with ice water. Drove to work to do my stuff at a couple different banks and whatnot. Left that in the truck um, all day, overnight, and then until the next morning, and that thing still had ice in it. So I was like, okay, this is a bad cup here, Jack. It's definitely gonna stay around this house. I'm gonna have my eye on it for a while. Auntie said, "Hey, Gavin." Yeah, I told him to sit over there because I'm still smoking my cigar.
What is cigar?
It's a CAO flavor Moon Trance.
Have you tried that one?
Yeah, I had a pack of 5. This is what I've been smoking on for the past couple of weeks. Even at the cookouts, everybody at the cookouts is like, "Man, this cigar smells good."
It actually does look like it.
It's probably one of the best aromatic cigars I've ever smoked. The aroma of it's even better than Black and Mild, and I think Black and Mild smell fantastic.
What is the nastiest one you ever tried?
The nastiest cigar I've ever tried, I can't remember the name of it.
Cherry bomb?
No, Cherry Bomb's pretty good. I can't remember the name of the nastiest cigar I smoked. There was a cigar I smoked, and it was, I don't know what kind of tobacco it was. It felt like somebody rolled up the ash in a cigar. This cigar hadn't been lit or cut or anything. I grabbed that cigar and went to smoke it, and it felt like I was smoking ash. It was just like, no, that was not the cigar. I think I forgot the name of the cigar because I said I'll never smoke that cigar again. I think it was in a clear and yellow wrapper. It wasn't acid. It definitely wasn't acid. I smoked an acid cigar before. Um, that's the name of the brand. It's not acid. It's like, he over here thinking I don't smoke acid. Like my whole face would have been burned off. So that was the case. But yeah. Yeah, so next week I can't remember if I talked about fishing licenses on one of the past shows, but I think next week we're going to talk more about that. I've had some ideas, and I don't know who I need to talk to about it, but I would very much like to see a regional fishing license instead of state by state. What I mean by that is I live in Virginia. I can go 10 minutes that way and be in Maryland quicker than I could be at some of the other lakes I fish here in Virginia. It'd be nice to be able to buy one fishing license that covered at least every state that you border. I think that would be fantastic. And for me, that would be like Maryland, West Virginia, North Carolina, and Tennessee, since it technically touches a little bit.
And New Jersey.
No, New Jersey doesn't border us. I think I did talk about that on the last show, so scratch that. Oh, see, yep.
No, I started smoking.
You started smoking? Yeah, leave, bro.
No. I started choking on food.
Oh. Whew. Go ahead and ash that out. Okay.
What's up that black stuff, bro?
Here we go.
It would.
Yeah, buddy. And so I know this week is going to be a pretty busy week for me. We got 10 different banks we got to install cameras in this week. I know, like, it's in Alexandria, Fairfax, Fairfax again, a lot of Northern Virginia, but Friday we have Harrisonburg. So I'll be in Harrisonburg, Virginia, out there installing cameras. I'm debating on if I want to take the fishing rods out there or if I want to try to get done up there early and come back and try to fish down my way. Um, I do know I need to be down the road at a decent time because I do want to go live Friday. Saturday, I'm going to a kid's birthday party, and Sunday, I plan on fishing. Um, just hope the rain holds out on us that I saw in the forecast. It should be pretty good. Let's look at the forecast now. Right now, it says it dropped down to 87. Feels like 95. Let's see. Tuesday is supposed to be 100 degrees. Feels like. I mean, it's supposed to be actual 100 degrees, but I think somebody said it's supposed to feel like 115. So I'm going to be trying my best to stay inside. Wednesday, they're calling for thunderstorms all day. Thursday, thunderstorms. But it's supposed to drop it down to like the mid to low 80s. So that's perfect. And that's Saturday, they're calling for rain all day.
On Saturday? No, I'm chilling on Saturday. It's too hard in that house. I'm
Yeah. Like I said, I saw a lot of storms coming last I looked, but that was over a week ago. Yeah, like I'll say I can sit here and look at the weather for tomorrow and try to dress accordingly and walk out my front door, and it'll be completely different. I just wish I could have a job where I could be wrong and still keep that bad boy. That's feel like the only way you could be the only jobs that you can have and be wrong is weatherman and politicians. And speaking of politicians, I came across my news feed that Donald Trump he was doing a rally and got a bullet grazed his ear. Praying for him, glad he's all right. And it's not even a political thing for me. It's more of a human being thing for me. Like, drop all politics out of it. One human being tried to shoot another human being, almost ended like trying to end his life, and luckily it missed. Like, I don't care who you vote for, what side of the aisle you lean more towards. It's still a bad thing.
I think they're trying to. I think they're trying to bring back the JFK.
And I don't think they're trying to bring it back.
Um,
Bug almost flew my
like,
Yeah, there we go. Bird come up. Yeah, I'm hoping that y'all's week is isn't as busy as mine. And
yeah, where can I kill aside?
working where I work at is really fun. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I just get volleyball.
No, we're just doing a big project, and we decided to accelerate the schedule to be done ahead of time. It was my decision. I felt like it was a good opportunity to grab some overtime. When you get older, you'll understand. You'll love overtime.
Overtime, I think, don't you get paid extra on overtime?
You get paid whatever your hourly range is plus half of that. So if you made $10 an hour and then you worked overtime, you would so half of 10 is 5. So they would add that on to all your overtime. So instead of making $10 an hour in overtime, you can make it $15 an hour.
You make money now.
Yep. Don't be telling nobody my pay. No. We're just out here chilling now. Like, all of my planned segments are over, so we just out here chilling and hanging out. I'll tell you what, this fan feels magnificent sitting here in front of it.
Yeah, that's what it better than
I don't think everybody can see. There. Yeah. So I told you, it looked like if you throw a beard on him, he'll look just like me. Yeah, already growing a mustache for a little bit. I had a mustache in kindergarten. All the kids used to be like, when we would do art class and we would have to do self portraits. All my friends would be like, Anton gets to draw a mustache because I had like little peach fuzz and everything in kindergarten. It's been probably why I'm able to grow such a pretty epic beard. I keep trimming it down. I want to get it like long. Yeah, long and thick. I'll probably go to the barber shop to get it shaped up with time. I usually have them clip the dead ends so the beard looks nice and even, which means you got to trim it down some. But I'll probably keep putting product in it and brushing it out and get that thing down to here.
Like all the way down to your chest. It's kind of blurry.
I go like this down to my chest, but if I want to be able to keep my head straight and it be hit my chest, I want to be able to put braids in it.
Like real braids or something.
But just like bearded down here. I'll be able to do it myself. I don't need nobody to do it. All my outside lights are coming on. I don't know if you can see this little dot right here above my thumb. That's the light on my shed. All my porch lights are coming on, my string lights.
They're like all of them lights are coming on. And that's about
Michael said, "What is a beard?" Look at his beard in his profile picture. His beard is pretty long. Yeah, a beard is somewhere. Like a big fella like myself likes to store a little extra food for later. I'll eat and then I'll be walking around and my wife will be like, "You got food crumbs in there." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saving it for later." I'll brush it out, of course. I don't want to embarrass her. But yeah, I'll just have beard food all up in this beard.
yeah, like it can be all the way up in the beard. And no one can see it. Then you can dig up in the beard and then like, he's a musician.
Well, I know when I was in high school, I used to have this big afro, and like my afro in high school was humongous, so big in fact that the teachers had to sit me in the back row of class when I had my hair out because if there was another student behind me, they couldn't see the chalkboard. Um, and as jokes, I used to like hide stuff in my hair. I remember I had went to the snack machine and bought like a Snickers bar. I kind of like pulled my hair apart, put the Snicker bar in there, kind of closed it up, and it held. And I was in the hallway talking to a couple friends, and like mid conversation, and I played it off like it was like truly normal. I just kind of reached up and grabbed the Snickers and opened it, and while they were still talking, and they were like, "Did you just grab a Snickers out of your hair?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, what were you saying? And they were like, they died laughing. I kind of miss my fro. I don't know if I could grow a fro back. I don't know if I'd want to with as hot as it's been.
Why cut it off?
It was time for a change. Kind of like how I was always getting a haircut and I had the fade and now I'm bald. I just felt like it was time for a style change. Kind of like you used to love your hair being curly, and now you got it cut pretty close. It fades like me.
How many bugs come out every time the light is on? I want to grow my hair out, and then all the bugs are just flying and stuff wrapped up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, tell you what, this water is life. Ice cold too. Yeah, hopefully it'll be cool enough so some of y'all can fish. I want to try to get down the road and do a little fishing myself, so I can have me some pictures for catch of the week. Well, I already did it. Oh, I'm all yawning. Sorry about that. Probably should be getting ready to go to bed here pretty soon. I'm gonna need to wake up somewhere early. I haven't even ate dinner yet because I was prepping for the live. But I need to eat, shower, and get in bed so I can wake up. And luckily, my work truck has an easy pass in it, so I can take that 95 express lane all the way up to Alexandria. I think both of the banks I work at tomorrow they're 4.5 miles apart, but in the city that's like 20-30 minute drive. But both banks are off of the 395 exit. But yeah. So sorry, I had some new comments come through, some new people joined. Fish Head videos. But welcome to the live. Uh, Randall's in here. Sorry he's late. I showed a couple of his catches during catch of the week earlier. Um, you'll get to see, like, once this video posts, you'll get to go and see him over there. Oh man, yeah. Tonight's show earlier for Fish Head and Randall, we were talking about has fishing become like overcomplicated. Me personally, I don't think it's overcomplicated. I think it's just gotten more creative. But yeah, I don't know what you guys' thoughts are. Do you feel like fishing has gotten overcomplicated? I just think the market is just like saturated with so many different ideas and baits and techniques and stuff that it kind of somebody that is just jumping into it might feel a little overwhelming. But once you dip your feet in, you dip your feet in to test that water, you'll be waiting to dive head first into it. You good? Fish Head video says I'm always fishing just like I always have. I'm the same way. I will try. I always have like my confidence baits tied on. I will like see something at the store and try to fish with it, which is why I have so much tackle now. Like Mystery Tackle Box and Monster Tackle Box was sending all kinds of stuff that looked interesting, but I haven't really caught any fish off of some of that stuff. I used to try to go for the MTB slams when that was a thing, but it was always like a couple of different baits that I couldn't catch fish on. I don't know. I haven't got a Mystery Tackle Box. I switched to Monster Bass Box a while ago. Mystery Tackle Box still might do that. Can't tell if I'm hearing thunder or if that's a motorcycle starting up. Fish Head said he just grilled up a shrimp. Why the comment up on it? Just grilled up a fish caught on frozen shrimp. Hey, I've taken some frozen shrimp out there before too, and caught some fish on it. What kind of fish was it? Out of curiosity. You sure? I don't think that's thunder. Brandon says we're going again to my spot in 2 Saturdays from now. See what I can pull out this time. Yeah, I know those are some wonderful looking catfish, and that you had called that I showed everybody. I showed them that picture of all your catfish in the cooler and that big catfish that you were holding. For some reason, I swore you sent me pictures of crappie too. For some reason, they didn't load. Uh-oh. I didn't have my lights out here because I was doing the show early. But I thought I had the picture of the crappie you sent me, but they never didn't load into my StreamYard for some reason. Oh, they just grilled up some jack. Y'all were in the northern Gulf. All right. I love grilling, and grilled fish is chef kiss.
Have you ever tried making homemade popcorn?
No, not yet.
I think you should try that.
Make homemade popcorn shrimp? Wait, yeah, I have. I used to work in a seafood restaurant. I made homemade popcorn shrimp all the time.
Oh.
You wasn't even born yet. I was in high school. Yep.
that one time I missed the bus and then walked up the lady said she worked with yeah, I remember.
See, the moon's out. It's too early for stars. I like the way the sky looks back here. It looks kind of cool. I'm hoping I can get down the road like really, really early because I'm gonna throw the kayak on back of the truck and I'm gonna go somewhere, somewhere close by. Hey, it's not gonna be on that 100-degree day. I can tell you that. I do not want to be sitting out in the middle of the lake cooking.
Like my goal to fish will probably be like when you get the fish out there, I'm probably already cooked.
Yeah. Randall says, "Did I send you a pic of them all on the table?" I don't believe so. I don't remember seeing a picture of them all on the table.
Huh?
Yeah, he sent all the fish that he caught. He put them on the table. But yeah, fishing videos. Fishing out there in the Gulf. You said the Northern Gulf. Sounds pretty fun. Out there catching jacks. Heard somebody out there in the yard talking. And to make sure I wouldn't get robbed. I don't live in a hood or nothing, but never be too careful nowadays. Huh? So I'm over there moving in the corner. The light turned on automatically over there. Bucket? Oh. Oh. I was looking at that watch. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Randall sent me the picture. Y'all can't see that. That screen's too small. I'll have to save it and put it in here for next week's catch of the week. Man, I got nuggets for days. All those Ziploc bags. I think it was like 6 Ziploc bags that were like able to be barely zipping. Seven Ziploc bags look like they're barely zipped because they're so full. Yeah, I'll put those in catch of the week next week. That's something I need to do is like get out there and catch a gang of fish like that so I can start stocking this freezer up. I know next year I would love to be able to serve fresh fish that I caught at my Bigfella bash.
Like you have to go fishing every day.
No, not every day. If I start fishing every once a week or even once a month, depending on how many I catch, I should be able to catch enough to be able to feed a group of people. Right after they fried some up Saturday night, they were good. Ain't nothing like catching some fish and like fresh fish and cooking that bad boy. My favorite is catching them like catch, clean, cook. Like don't even touch the refrigerator or the freezer. Like that's the fresh. That's as fresh as you can get. Yeah, I think. Well, I know. I think one of my days here at work this week is going to be light, so I think I am going to load that kayak up and take it out. I went fishing out on the kayak. I don't know if you guys saw the kayak video I posted Friday, I believe it was. That was my first time back out there on the kayak since my kayak accident. I didn't realize that was 4 years ago already. I was like, I went to go look it up to see how long ago it was, and it said 4 years. I was like, wow, that kayak has been sitting around for 4 years, not being fished off of or all that good stuff. But I posted that video on the anniversary date of my kayak accident. And I got back on there, and albeit the fish I caught, they weren't big by any means. I mean, it was a nice size bluegill or two, but it felt really good to get back out there on the water. And now I'm looking forward to getting out there even more, to the point where I'm getting out there even more to the point where I want to keep the kayak on the back of the truck, and just whenever I have extra time, just go out there and take it out. Brandon said, "Hey, big man, going to hit the bed early morning tomorrow. Got to head to Mississippi overnight run. Ooh, drive safe. Yeah, I know it's hot down there too. So yeah, drive safe, stay cool. Um, yeah, I want to wish you a good night. I'm probably getting ready to go to bed here soon myself. I got to go into Northern Virginia tomorrow. Pray that I can find a place to park while I'm at these banks." But yeah, I was supposed to go out on a kayak today, but I slept clean through my alarm, and by the time I woke up at around 9:30, I was already getting notifications on my watch saying that it was like a heat advisory. So I didn't want to go out there and sit in the middle of the lake and burn up, if you know what I mean.
So you can see what the other side.
Yeah. But you guys, I think I am going to go ahead and in this live here, I'm going to go ahead and eat some food. Um, my wife made some Olive Garden chicken. Um, I'll have to make that for you guys as a recipe. Real simple to make. You do it, most of it in a crock pot, and it tastes phenomenal. So I'll show you guys that on Simple Life. If you like this video, if you're watching this after the fact, make sure you smash the like button. Invite your friends to join a live show. Have them follow me on Facebook. That way, if I do change it, they're able to keep up with when I reschedule the show. Also, if you're not following me on social media, please go over and hit me up on Bigfella Outdoors there. On Facebook is where I'll try to keep you guys up to date with what's going on with the live and so on and so forth. Any pictures, whether it be fish related, food related, or I didn't have an email tonight for Asking Big Fella, but if you need advice on anything, like anonymous advice, where I don't say your name, I read your email, and we collectively give you advice. Send that email over to Big Fella Outdoors as well, and we will help you out the best we can. But other than that, that is all for On the Deck with Big Fella. I thank you all very, very much for joining me. You guys have a safe week. Stay cool and stay hydrated. But I'll see y'all on the next live show.